No.
Samoa.
Today is Tamana.
Should mute that. 2 people in the waiting room. Okay, we have Claudia, we have the detention center, and we have Tony Fox. Let's let Claudia in. If she shows up.
The door shut. I don't think so.
Anthony's there. The only one we're missing is
Jamie says for some reason it's not unlocked on. I don't know why.
well, we'll let everybody else in while we're waiting for them.
She made it on the last.
I know.
Hi, Judge.
Are y'all, we're, Angelina's not able to log on yet. So we're waiting for him.
Okay.
Figured it out yet. Do you know I just turned the computer on?
I'm wondering if you got new software. Because he's saying that it's locked, it's not letting it start. He knows, he just can't get on.
How many cases are there? I see
There's 4.
all criminal mischief.
No, Judge, I can pull it up. There's a harassment, a criminal mischief, a graffiti, and then
Here we go. He's here. Yeah, I can only look at one at a time. So.
okay.
Oh, lost him already. This Zoom's great when it works. Here we go. He's back. See how long he sticks around this time. Got audio. There he is.
Hey, thank you for sending me another link. I was going
You're-
crazy because I
You're
usually go
welcome.
and something popped up that said it won't allow me to go to anything.
Yeah, there's no problem sending you another link. I'm good at it.
Thank you, sir.
All right. This is Tamana Sakura.
Tamana Sakura.
Okay.
Yes.
And I think there's 4 charges: criminal mischief, graffiti, harassment, and what's the 4th one?
Another criminal mischief, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. And we're here at the mental health hearing. And did you want to call your client to testify?
Yes, let me call her, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Sakura, if you would raise your right hand and be sworn. Do you swear or affirm testimony about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth? Up you got.
I do.
Okay. And I do have a copy of the mental health assessment. I'm going to
Okay,
consider that
great.
for the pension hearing.
I
Okay,
don't
thank you.
remember-
Thank you, sir. May I start, sir?
Yes.
Okay, Tamana, you remember me, right? I'm your attorney.
Yes. You
Okay.
briefly met me one time.
Right. And I've been in constant contact with your father about trying to get you out.
Yes.
Okay. Has your father told you that?
Yes, he told me that I have this meeting today, this arraignment or this hearing.
Okay. And what we're trying to do is it's twofold. We're trying to get you out on what we call a PR bond, so your father doesn't have to give any money out. Okay. And we're also trying to get you some treatment, okay, to ensure that something like this doesn't happen. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, now could you please tell the court, because your father gave me a list of things that you've been treated for. Can you please, do you recall all those things?
I haven't been fully treated for them, but I recall being diagnosed with 2 disorders.
Okay, let me ask you, I'm going to ask you about these and see if you remember this, okay?
Okay.
Okay, he said the diagnosis are high functioning autism spectrum disorder. Do you recall
Yes.
that?
Yes.
Okay, obsessive compulsive disorder.
Yes.
And then the medications that you've been on, does this sound right? Prozac and Abilify?
Abilify, yes.
Abilify? Okay, and that your psychiatrist is Dr. Jessica Moore at UT Southwestern?
Yes.
Okay, also, have you gone to treatment at any facilities?
Several.
Okay,
Should I name all the therapists or?
well, I know you went to Green Oaks, is that correct?
Oh, you mean like hospitals? Like, yes,
Yes.
for suicide. Yes, I went to Green Oaks
Okay, and how many times did you go to Green Oaks?
just once.
Okay, and do you recall when that was?
It was October of 2021.
Okay.
Sometime in the beginning, maybe the middle.
Okay, now, do you remember doing a psych evaluation in the jail?
Not
You remember
really.
someone coming in and talking to you about,
I remember the psychiatrist, Dr. Lee, like he talked to me several times. Like he would ask me some questions. Are you sleeping well? Are you eating well? Are you suicidal? Are you homicidal? But they
Uh-huh.
never really like got to know me. So I don't know if that counts as the evaluation. I'm not sure like what.
yeah, well, unfortunately, because of the job they do, it can't be like a regular, like, your regular doctor who gets to know you. They just have to try to do an evaluation for the best that they can. You understand that?
I remember this lady, like a nurse, like in the beginning, like October, end of October, when I was arrested, I was
Uh-huh.
staying in the infirmary. So that time, she asked me a bunch of questions. I don't remember what all the questions were, and I don't really remember what I said. But I
Okay.
remember she asked me like a whole paper full of questions.
Okay. Now, Tamara, as I told you earlier, we're trying to get you what's called a PR bond. Okay. So your father, and also get you some treatment and get an evaluation. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, but like, will I be forced to stay at the jail or will I be free to go home?
No, well, if you get a PR bond, okay, that means that you're going to get out of jail, but they'll probably send you for an evaluation.
Yeah, that's fine with me, but will I be forced to stay at a hospital or will I be allowed to stay at my house? That's my question.
No, after the evaluation, you will. I think the evaluation, I'm not exactly sure how many days the evaluation takes, but then,
Oh,
yeah, but you're not going to stay there. They do
so
an
I'll stay at,
evaluation and then and then you get to go either, and your father will be involved in this because your father's got to be able to pick you up and take you. Okay.
right, okay.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
Does the state have any questions?
Just a few, Your Honor. Ms. Sikora, you said you're gonna go. You're gonna go stay with your parents. Is that right? When
Oh, just my dad. My mom is dead.
you just your dad, and where does your dad live?
2401 Scenic Drive, Plano, Texas, 75025.
And is your dad gonna be your main mode of transportation, or will you have your own car?
Yeah, so the thing is, I had my own car, but that's actually another thing I wanted to say. So my dad is going to take my car away so that I'll be prevented from committing any more crimes. So I think that's a good thing. I'll be staying at home. I won't be leaving the house. That way I'll avoid committing crimes. So then I'll avoid getting arrested again. So my dad will be, yes, he'll be the one who'll be driving me to places, transporting me.
And Anthony, just so you know, I've been in constant contact with him. It seems like he's very involved with trying to get his daughter right.
Okay. No further questions.
Anything else from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
You rest?
We would
Anything
rest and close, sir.
Anything else from the state?
Nothing else from the state.
You rest and close also?
Yes.
Any argument?
Your Honor, at this time, the state's going to oppose giving Mr. a PR bond. I believe most of these cases stem from romantic relationships that didn't continue, and I believe her mental health assessment shares a lot of concern for the safety of the community and specifically the victims of these cases, which she's in jail on. Specifically, I know you can read it, but the mental health assessment says, she indicated that she plans to harm an individual who's responsible for her being in jail right now, along with multiple, she indicated to the, in her mental health assessment that she has a long history of stalking, harassing, and threatening people. I just believe out of the concern for the community and specifically the victims in all four of these cases, seeing as they're not the same person, they're multiple different people. I believe the state's position is that these should be denied.
Can I say something?
No.
No, you can't, Tamara. Just let me talk, okay?
Okay.
And are you ready for me, sir?
Yes.
Sir, I'm concerned too, and that's why we went to you to try to get her, a mental evaluation. Unfortunately, as I was telling, she's been in jail for, I think, almost 40 days. These are misdemeanors. If there were felonies, I could see that them saying, well, we want to try to protect me. I want to get her some help. We can't keep her in jail forever on 4 misdemeanors. And I understand about the concern, and I was concerned, and that's why I talked to Elise. That's why we're in front of you, sir, because I want to try to get her the help. I want to try to get her, as part of your, the PR bond for the mental health is to get her evaluated, and eventually, as I was talking to the prosecutors, getting her on the mental health caseload, but I can't do that without coming here first. So that's, I understand the concern. That's why I'm in front of you, sir, instead of just trying to get her father to bond her out. It's because I wanted to do the right thing, get her the evaluation, and get her back on the treatment that she needs. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, the concern I have is that she's had some treatment in the past that hasn't worked. She continues to have the same thoughts that she's had before. And so I'm not sure we've got enough of an evaluation to know if it's safe to release her right now. I think, the assessment basically says she's a threat to some of these people. She continues to be a threat to some of these people. And I'm just not satisfied that it'd be safe to release her at this point.
Well, sir, she's got bonds though. So, she could get out anyhow. I just want to be able to get her, some of the help that I think she needs. That's why we're here.
Yeah, the problem, there needs to be more conditions on the bond. I mean, I'm thinking about like a GPS or something like that. If she gets out on bond, I mean, she can go and plea out her cases, I guess, and get released immediately without any conditions. But probation would probably be able to monitor better than we could. I mean, this just doesn't seem like the type of case that we're equipped at this point to monitor, if that makes sense, because of the frequency of her threats and she's still having issues, I guess, with the providers that she's had. So right now I'm in deny the bonds. We need to figure out probably the best way to get her out on probation of some sort where they can monitor her and fully monitor her with, maybe GPS and things like that. But for right now, I just don't think this is the best bond with what we're limited to right now, because we're not even doing in-person check-ins right now because of COVID. So
okay,
it's just not, we're not equipped at this point to monitor this case. I think probation would be better equipped for it. So.
Well, sir, that's what I was at. When I talked to Elise, I was talking about getting her on the mental health caseload, but she told me that I needed to do this first, and she wasn't sure if they, can I get her on the mental health caseload without something like this, or how do
The only mental health caseload we have is through probation.
Okay.
So I mean,
My case, I think.
it'd have to be part of probation. So
Tamara, I will come and see you, okay, tomorrow. Okay, and then we'll discuss this. I'm sorry, but I don't want to take up more of the court's time, but I'll come and see you tomorrow, okay?
but I think that's your best bet, is to put her on a probation caseload where they actually are able to supervise and monitor her and help her. We're not equipped right now. We're getting ready to have a mental health court that might have more functions, but what we have on the bonds is just, it's a call-in type thing, and not a whole lot of supervision. But I think she needs GPS and the rigid monitoring that probation will do. So, all
Okay,
right.
sir.
I appreciate it though.
Okay,
Thank
thank you. May we be excused, sir?
See you later. Thank you.
Okay, Tamara, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.
See you later.